welcome back to Cover Farms. I'm Kaiser Carmen, and we're still in harvest. So I think you've seen a little bit of us going through some milo, maybe a little bit on the other circle. This is October 16th, and made over here to our test plot circle. We're not far from being done here. We have about 35 acres left. Nasty windy day today. We're going to be pretty day anyways. But we're cutting the test plot now, kind of seeing what we got out here. I think there's 7 or 8 varieties out here that we're trying with Brevant seed, and well, let's see, the whole circle's been doing really good. Our last circle, we needed more water, would have definitely helped. This one had all the water it needed, and it's still doing pretty good. That's what I would say. What I'm seeing, we've been averaging probably close to 215, 220, which is kind of the average for this circle. We haven't ever, we've had some years where it's done better, but it seems like that's where this circle tops out at. But still some really good corn. We just started on the test plot, so we'll see how this all goes. But right now, it's looking good. That's kind of what we're doing, guys. Just taking 6 rows at a time. Makes for a good test plot. We can pick all the way through and don't fill that little bin up, or that little play wagon too much. If I had scales on the cart to make it easier for them, they wouldn't have to bring that. They just use scales, but I don't have scales on my cart. So we do it this way. And it works. Been a lot of stuff going on. A lot of harvest, a lot of windy days, and got all the irrigated. We've had some breakdowns. Still got some milo to go. It's a little wet yet, but we've been going. Yeah, we're going. Anyways, we're back. We're working. We're actually doing a little bit of custom work here. We're running the old 1680 and a 2188 together. So that's kind of what we're doing now. We're about done with all of my corn, and yeah, like I said, all the gear irrigated. Most of the dry land wasn't any good. Just had a couple fields that was gonna make corn, and so that's what we did. Then we got one more field of ours. We got about 300 acres here of some custom work. Hopefully we'll get that knocked out this week, because we're running old school with the old combine. Anyways, I'm gonna make a couple adjustments here, and we'll start rolling. like that, the sun's starting to go down, and we're running across another day. Yeah, a whole 2 days has passed since I last talked to you. Yesterday, things were in pretty good. Today, things ran pretty good up until about 2 o'clock, and then we broke down. So, a couple hours later, we're back up and rolling. Just in time before the sun went down, so that's nice. But, oh, you might be wondering, how am I picking corn if I said all my dry-land corn wasn't any good? Well, we're several miles north of where a lot of my ground is, and it got a little more rain. There were a few showers that just kind of came through that were very key showers. Still not great corn up here, but it's got corn, so, but that's kind of a little bit what's going on. I wasn't going to hook the 1680 up, but actually thought I had the 1680 sold. If you've been watching some of the other videos more recent, I got that 2388, and it's been running in the milo. Still got some milo yet to cut. Some of it was a little wet, some of it was a little borderline. So we had a few little showers come through, nothing much, but maybe 5-10 points on it. So anyways, we're just trying to get some of this corn picked out. I got all the irrigated done. I think you guys will see a little bit, or have seen a little bit of that. And so most of that did really good. The one circle, I think, ended up doing right around 220. With the test plot I averaged like 230. I was really happy with that. So for that circle, it was really good for that circle. The other circle, it wasn't quite as, I planted it and fertilized for 180 because it had minimal water or less water, and I think we only hit about 160. We really needed rain for that, but to help. So I'm interested to see what the irrigated milo will look like. We kind of cut into it a little bit. It's still a little wet, but I think it might be running about 50, 60. So for a second crop on that circle, that's not bad. I think. I don't know. We've never done it before. This is the first actual successful year. But that's kind of what's been going on. Anyways, yeah. This custom work's been running with my mom and dad. Their 2188. My 1680. Yeah, I kind of got on running trail there. 1680 here. Good combine. Great corn combine. I really like it going, other than the fact that it's loud. When I go get in my 23 or even their 21, it's like, oh man, this is quiet. Of course, none of them are as quiet as the 7130 Case IH, but oh well. I know. You might be thinking, well, wait a second, weren't you just picking corn? Well, you'd be correct about that. But now I'm cutting milo. Are we done picking corn? No, we're not done picking corn yet. But, oh, we got that field that we were on finished and moved just right across the creek to a bigger patch. It wasn't as good. And kind of because of how things are working today, I was over here So it just kind of made sense. Let's try the milo, see where we're at. Sample on the milo is 14.1. About a week ago I took a sample, it was 14.6, cut a truckload and it was 17. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. They close at 5, so it's about 4. I don't have much time. I'm gonna try to get a little bit cut. If I don't get a full truck by then, oh well. We'll go ahead and send it over just to make sure. And then the plan is because my mom and dad were running both the corn combines, and because the corn wasn't as good, so wasn't pushing the trucks as much. Mostly just sitting in the combine running. And so come over here. So the plan was let them do that. It's been super damp, getting damp in the mornings. I mean, it's like 11 o'clock before the dew burns off, and it's coming in damp very quickly. I mean, as soon as the sun goes down, it's damp. So corn, the grain corn doesn't really change moisture. It just gets stalk and stuff gets tough, and that can be kind of hard to make the combine or the corn head go through. So you can go later with the corn because the moisture of the corn doesn't change. Milo, this stuff changes. I mean, with the snap of a finger, it can change that quickly in moisture. So we're gonna get back to the point. We're gonna cut until about dark or a little bit before, and then switch up and go pick corn later when we're just trying to fill all the trucks. Seems like a reasonable plan. Anyways, yeah, so we're back in the 2388. In the last video, I believe we thought we had the parking brake problem fixed. Yeah, we have been having trouble. Still think it's the belt. I think I installed the belt wrong the first time, which then I believe ruined it. I put a new one back on, and I also replaced hydraulic filters to just make sure maybe that was doing it. I don't know, but anyways, put the new belt on, make sure it was tensioned correctly this time, and I'm gonna give it a go. So this is the first day since I've done that, tried giving it a go, and hopefully it works. I cut one whole bin load without having any problem. So yeah, let's just hope that works. Anyways, it's a little dusty. Last time I was cutting it, the wind was blowing the other direction. I'm only cutting this milo on the most windy days, apparently. But for the most part, this milo is still standing. It is kind of falling over, but not bad enough that I'm going to probably go get the RO header yet, if I can get it. And we'll just kind of keep moseying this way. Alright guys, well, I didn't take you with me to go finish that field of corn last night. Dad's combine broke down, we got it up and going, so we finished the field. And then this morning, got things moved to the next field, and his combine broke down again. Thought it'd be an easy fix. Was wrong about that one. Something bent on the corn head, and so got to take a little bit more apart than I was initially thinking. But so we're about 3 o'clock in the afternoon here, getting to the milo finally. It's definitely dry. beautiful, calm day compared to yesterday. It was supposed to be windy today, but it's not. It's been beautiful. These are the kind of fall days I enjoy. Just warm enough, but cool enough you need a sweater still. That's how I like it. Anyways, let's go see if we can get another truckload cut before 5 o'clock, or just get whatever we can before 5 o'clock. Technically, there's still a lot of acres out there to be harvested. I still see a lot of corn. Of course, then again, there might be a lot of corn that's not going to be touched. But it just kind of depends where you're at. The elevator that I go to is kind of right in the heart of a lot of the drought. There just wasn't a lot around it. And when you started getting into areas, so that's why they're not staying open for harvest, because they only have maybe 1 or 2 trucks a day. Well, I understand they have families to get back to. It's just part of it. And you know, even me with harvest, I've still got only a couple trucks a day, just because just kind of slow going and there's just not much output. But the other areas are staying open a little later, or have been, because there has been more coming into them. So I don't know. All right. Oh, you know what? I need to go and start the grain cart. Let's get this thing started up, warming up. And we'll see you in the mile.